Today I just bought this Gigapixel AI thing. It's pretty great. It kind of just increase the megapixel, the resolution of your file, and it works pretty well. It takes a little bit more longer time to render and export the file, but it actually works pretty well. So this is the interface when you open the software, and yeah, I'm gonna just show you real quick. Let me find a picture as an example. This one maybe. Alright, we're loading this picture, this image. So on the left you have the original file, and on the right you have the enhanced file. So here you can choose how much you want to scale up or down. So 2 times upscale, you can turn, like for example, this picture is shot on A7S II, is 12 megapixel, very small, very low resolution. But times 2 doesn't mean it becomes 24 megapixel. It means it times 2 horizontally as well as vertically. So actually 2 by 2, actually the total resolution, the pixel count will quadruple. So it means 12 become 48 megapixel. And if you choose 4 times, the 12 megapixel will become a lot more even. That is, wait, how much is that? 4 by 4. So it's a 4 multiply 4 multiply 12. Okay, yeah. It's crazy amount of megapixel. It's 192 megapixel, the file, the results. So 2 by 2 by 12, how much is that? It's not 48, right? 4 by 12, maybe it is. But anyways, just to say that the file is huge. And on the left you have the original look, and on the right you have the preview of how it looks after the processing. So as you can see already on the left, all the weird ghost shadowy thing is taken away on the right after upscaling. So already right off the bat, it improves the image quality quite a bit. And if we zoom in, you'll see more difference. On the left is very pixelated, and on the right it's very smooth. All the edges and the outlines are smoothened out, and here you can see the pixelation and everything is like a very bad graphic from a video game 20 years ago, maybe something like that. But this is just smooth, very nice. Alright, let's zoom out. Let's give it a kind of overview. See the image quality difference this way. As you can see here, it's a lot of kind of pixelation thing, and here it is just looks much better, and all the lines are more defined as well. And that is only 4 times, and you have also 6 times, and you can also customize it. Yeah, it's great stuff. And it will take a while to export a file because it uses AI to analyze and do the guesswork and construct basically new pixels. It's a lot of work for the computer. It's not easy, so you have to have a little bit of patience. But yeah, it's a great option if you have low megapixel count sensor on your camera. For example, the A7S series, you can actually shoot photos, and then you select the ones you want to enlarge, to put it in this Gigapixel AI software to enlarge them. You don't have to enlarge every single file because that would take a lot of time. Okay, it's doing the preview. It's a rendering, real-time rendering. So yeah, everything just looked a little bit smoother. Right now it's only 2 times. Let's go to 4 times. It's gonna take a while to render, and later I'm gonna show you another example that demonstrates the difference very well. And here you can already see a huge difference. Look at these staircase. It looks terrible, and here it looks very smooth. All right, now let me show you one example I did with. Let me see. I'm gonna just open a file. Like here, these 2 images. Well, obviously they're the same image, but one of them is processed. This one you're looking at is processed. So first, let's look at the original. So we can zoom all the way in. This is a shot with a GH5 with like a 10 to 25 millimeter lens, and it has 20 megapixel. And we zoom all the way in. It's roughly, yeah, this is where as much as you can zoom in with this photo viewing app. Now let's look at the other one. This has how many megapixels? 300 something. Yeah, here. If you multiply this by this, it's over 300 megapixel. Nobody needs so many pixels, so you actually don't need to use 4 times. Probably 2 times is enough. But yeah, let's just zoom in and have a look. And first, you zoom in just zoom in one step. You can already see a clear difference. This looks already amazing. Like, it doesn't look like zoomed in or at all. It's like just like an original file. And then we zoom all the way in. Like, look how much more you can zoom in. Look at how much more you can zoom in comparing to this and this. This is 4 times enlargement. 4 times. 4 by 4 is actually 16 times difference. So it's a 20 megapixel file multiplied 16. It's actually 320 megapixel file. So if I just zoom out, so you can see by like the same scale, you can see the kind of the detail. There's a huge difference. You can see this antenna clearly very well defined, and here it's very foggy and mushy. Not saying that image quality, original image quality, is bad, but you know, when you zoom all the way in, it's supposed to look like this kind of mushy stuff. It's not supposed to look super sharp when you zoom all the way in. But with this thing, you can get a really sharp image. So you don't actually need high megapixel cameras. You don't need G9's 80 megapixel high resolution function mode. You can just shoot with whatever camera and just upscale it in post. Especially if you have only 12 megapixel with the A7S II, you can totally take advantage of that and get a very nice, decent resolution out of it. And look at this. Pretty amazing results. I'm not gonna lie, the way they deal with the trees and branches and leaves are not 100% satisfactory. It looks really artificial, but do you realize how small this is? Now look, I'm gonna double click and zoom all the way out. You can barely see this when you zoom all the way out. Look at this. That's how small it is. That's how small it is. And you can zoom all the way here. That's crazy, isn't it? It is pretty crazy. Alright, this is the original file. This is as much as you can zoom in. Zoom out. Zoom in. Out. And here, the 300 megapixel file. Even the mountains in the background and horizon is sharpened, more defined. And sometimes when you capture a sign or something, or some writings, with the higher like this enlargement, actually makes it much easier to read the sign that is kind of blurry. So yeah, it's kind of pretty cool stuff. Could be useful for detectives even. So yeah, that's it. Just wanted to show you this software I just got. It was pretty cool. Alright, so right now I'm gonna be able to shoot more photos with the A7S II and without having to worry about low detail. Anyways, thanks for watching. See you.